Making his way to the cage, Peyton all day Slowey.
So we don't need, like, they're not going to come in on us until you see the tail of the tape.
And his opponent, Salvador Espinosa.
Tail of the tape for the first of 10 bouts here at Chosen Few Fighting Championships number 27. You can see that. We'll send it up to Ken Bostetter for the introductions.
Brought to you by Sups.com. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's fighting out of Baraboo, Wisconsin, representing Felipe Barbosa, BJJ, Peyton all day Slowey. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's fighting out of Madison, Wisconsin, representing the Blast, Muay Thai, Salvador Espinosa.
Peyton all day Slowey versus Salvador Espinosa. Fight number 1 of 10. Rich Reynolds and Joe Miller cage side here at Monona Terrace as we're just about set to get this one started. As Salvador Espinosa, one of the more unique hairstyles that I have seen in the cage.
Yeah, just right down the road. Fights out of the Blast Muay Thai right here on the east side of Madison.
A lot of guys making their debuts tonight. Espinosa is one of those, as we don't get to a bout that has record versus record until bout number 5. We do have a couple of amateur titles on the line tonight as Espinosa fighting from his back after the takedown by Slowey.
Yeah, Slowey, nice leg takedown there. Head inside, lifted the leg up, drops him to the mat. Now trying to get the mount here as you see Espinosa trying to keep that guard. Little body shot there.
Yeah, good right hands coming in from Peyton Slowey. Slowey 0-2 as an amateur, but in control early on in this one and delivering good blows. Yeah, shot after shot to the head of Espinosa. And now side mount there by Slowey, who is in command here early in round one.
They could hear those shots, Rich, from the Baraboo Bluffs, where Slowey's probably doing Rocky IV running up the bluffs here, fighting out of Sauk City. And Felipe Barbosa, BJJ.
Beautiful, as now Espinosa trying to get back to his feet does. And Slowey, though, not letting up, not giving him an inch or letting him get away from the control that Slowey has had. So they call him all-day Slowey. So far, all round, he has been on top of Espinosa, and once again with the takedown.
Yep, single leg, head inside. Good amateur wrestling move. Showing nice technique there. Kind of just lower the hips, drop your level below his, and it's pretty, it's gravity. He's going to drop to the mat and right back to hitting some strikes here.
Sitting right next to me is Gabriel Savitas. He's one of the judges. He's told me a lot about judging these bouts, and believe it or not, I love that you keep bringing up like the amateur wrestling stuff. That scores, takedown score in these rounds.
Yeah, and that when you get to the higher levels, a lot of big-time fights are decided by decisions and points, and every takedown's a point, and some of the best all time have that amateur wrestling background.
Absolutely, and also scoring that left hand of Peyton Slowey, as again, he has been in charge as we are inside of a minute for round number one.
Espinosa smart there using the cage too, Rich. It looked like, Espinosa maybe was going to wiggle out, but Slowey kind of just drilled him into the cage, more leverage.
And more right hands coming down, and now breaking free for the moment is Espinosa. Has a hold of Slowey's ankle for the moment, and now it's kind of turned him over.
Kind of a little
so
roll
Slowey
through
now
there.
Getting caught here as some left hands flying in from Espinosa. Final 10 seconds of round number one, and Slowey's in trouble. I think he might be hurt.
He's trying to hang on here, Rich. 5 seconds. Is he going to make it?
And he did. He just did.
Wow.
After being in control
He's hurt
for the entire first round. I believe Slowey is hurt. He is not getting up yet. We will step aside for a break, come back and see if Peyton Slowey is going to be okay as round number two is next here on TW. Peyton Slowey still on the stool from round number one. He might be hurt as we take a look at the replays. Slowey was in command the entire round until right at the end. He got flipped over here and then seemed to be in a lot of pain, was holding the back of his head as Espinosa was able to get some shots in and all of a sudden turn the tide in round number one. I still think Slowey probably won that round, but man,
that's interesting,
close.
right? Because we were just talking about scoring a minute ago. Slowey wins 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that round. Espinosa clearly wins 30, but boy, that's a tough one. I think you're right, but boy, that was 2 or 3 strikes maybe for him in the match, and they're going to take a look at him.
And sometimes damage trumps everything as the doc is in the ring and taking a look at Mr. Slowey here, and I don't know. He was grabbing the back of his head. That's never a good sign.
Well, those hammer fists that Espinosa was hit, Slowey had his head down, and, that's there's not a lot of protection on the back of your head and your neck. And
his forehead, too. He's got a knot that is coming up on the right side of his forehead as well. Slowey trying to walk it off. But Espinosa, who was able to get...
Oh, they're calling it,
Rich. They're
going
to call the
fight.
it. Yeah, there is no way that Slowey could go on. I didn't think so. He was on that stool a long time.
He was wobbly.
In between rounds, was not feeling good. And I am actually glad that someone did step in to take a look at him. Now we're going to see how it actually gets scored, I don't know. This might be a no contest.
Well,
I think it's a no contest.
Strike. Yeah, that's what they're going to say. I think it was the rabbit hit, back of the head type stuff, open fist, and can't do that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything there that was deliberate. I don't think Espinosa was doing that on purpose. I do think, like you said, Slowey ducked his head, and once he did that, you get caught in the back of the head. That's a dangerous spot to get caught there. And so, like you called it, rabbit punching. You don't want to do that to anybody because you can put the lights out on somebody pretty quick. So
yeah, you can't protect yourself, and that's such a sensitive area. I mean, you think about it, right? When you fall back and you hit your head backwards, right? That's like one of the most common ways to get knocked out.
Absolutely.
No different there when you're getting the back of your head blasted with hammer fists. Tough break. Good opening round.
It is. Slowey still kind of hunched down here. The doctor took a look at him, and we are awaiting the official word here. And
all right, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for these two fighters. The doctor has actually called a halt to this contest for accidental back of the head strikes, declaring this contest a no contest. That's what it is.
Boy, calling something a no contest goes over about as good as passing gas in a church. I mean, it just, no one cheers for that.
The crowd was like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully we got some better bouts up ahead. 9 more still on the card here at Chosen Few Fighting Championships, number 27 on television, Wisconsin.